Hi boys and girls. I want you to, before we start this video, pause it and go find a buddy. Alright, so now that you have your buddy, our learning goal is I can describe connections between two ideas in a text. This word connections means how things are related. So how are two ideas in a text related? And the other goal you have is I can identify similarities and differences. Similarities are how things are the same, and differences are how things are different. Before we start, I would like for you to pause your video and with your buddy, see if you can name all these nonfiction text features that we have here. So like for example, I see right here up at the top is a heading, a treasure hunt. So this is one of your nonfiction text features. See what other ones you can find. Okay, did you guys find this bold print word right here? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. And what about these captions telling me about my photographs? And did you find the labels, labeling the different parts of my picture? If you did, give your buddy a high five. Alright, so now we're going to read this text. It says a treasure hunt. Where are Earth's treasures? Earth's treasures are found in nature. They are called natural resources. A natural resource is anything from nature that people can use. Water and air are natural resources. Rock is a natural resource. Soil is a natural resource. Plants and animals are natural resources too. This caption says, animals and plants are important parts of our world. Here are some natural resources. Here's water, here's soil, and here's an animal. So remember, our learning goal was that we can describe connections between two ideas in a text. So the idea we're going to look at is water and air. So we learned a little bit about water and air, and now we want to talk about how they are connected. So go ahead and pause and talk to your partner and see if you can figure out how are water and air connected or related. Go ahead and pause and come back when you guys think you have an idea. Did you say that they are connected because they are natural resources? If you did, kiss your brain. See, I know that this is all about natural resources. So the whole 2 pages I just read, I was learning about natural resources, and I know that water and air are both natural resources. So I know that that's how they are connected, because they're both natural resources. Great job. Okay, so now we want to look at this text in a different way. We're going to use the same text, and we're also going to still talk about water and air, but now instead of talking about how they're connected, I want you guys to think about their similarities and differences, or how water and air are the same and how they're different. So go ahead and pause for a minute and talk about how are they the same, or how is water and air similar to each other? Did you guys talk about anything interesting? Did you think that maybe that water and air are the same because the text tells me that they are both natural resources? If you did, you'd be correct. Yes, they're both connected because they are natural resources, but that's also something that's similar about them. Great job. So I'm going to put that right here in my little chart. I have my heading similarities, and then I have natural resources. They're both natural resources. Benjamin, I'm making a video. Sorry about that. Alright, so then the next one is I'm going to look again, and I want to find one more similarity. So let's think, what else is the same about water and air? Go ahead and pause and see if you can come up with one other idea. The text tells me right here that natural resources, like water and air, are things people can use. So they're things in nature that people can use. So that's another thing that's the same about both of them. I find them both in nature and I use them. So I can add that to my chart too. Things in nature people can use. Or I just wrote people use them. So now we want to think about differences. And the text really didn't say a lot of differences, but we did just learn about things that living things need, so we know a little bit about water and air. So usually we want to go back in our text and actually find the difference, but for this learning, we're going to think. I want you to think with your partner for a minute. Go ahead and pause and think, how are water and air different? Did you guys come up with something? Differences. Well, I know that I drink water because I need to drink water to live, and I know that I breathe air because, of course, I need to breathe to live as well. Well, that's different. I use water for drinking and I use air for breathing. So those are two differences between water and air. So today our learning goal was I can describe connections between two ideas in a text. And we did that right here. We described how water and air are connected or how they're related. They're both natural resources. And we also said I can identify similarities and differences. We talked about how water and air are similar because they're both natural resources and because people use them. Now, be careful because just because it's connected doesn't mean that that's going to be, or just because it's a similarity doesn't mean that's how it's connected. So people use them would be a similarity, but it wouldn't be how they're connected because that's not what the whole part of the book was about. The whole book wasn't all about how people use water and air. It was the fact that they are both natural resources. So just be really careful not to get that confused. How they're connected is how they're related. How they're similar and different are extra details that describe lots of things that are similar and different about them. So differences would be the differences between the water and air. Similarities are the things that are the same. Okay, so natural resources is how they're connected and how they're the same. Alrighty, so I'm going to have you guys try something on your own on the next slide. You guys did a great job.